What is up everyone? Today we're taking a little bit of a break from our usual event content, shifting gears to a new series we're about to start where we take a look at all the different car clubs and cultures around Cape Town. In this episode, we're sitting down with the Porsche Owners Club at their concourse event held in Stellenbosch. If you like this kind of content, let us know by dropping a like and subscribe to never miss a future upload. Now without further ado, let's get into the video.
So I'm Pierre Goos and I'm the president of Porsche Club Cape.
Okay, can you tell us briefly about how the specific Cape Town chapter came together and what was the initial shared goal?
You mean in the beginning?
Yeah,
the
very beginning.
Yeah, so I started in 1974, 6, I can't remember. Three guys got together. They went to Seikabosi restaurant and decided to set up the Porsche Club Cape. I think they charged like 10 Rand a year membership fees in those days. They found a member that passed away just recently, about a year ago. And that's basically how it started. And it slowly started building up to where it is now. We're the only club in the world that's on a racetrack. So we've got a clubhouse on the racetrack, which is awesome. And we've grown quite well in the way of membership, and we've grown quite lucky in the way of making sure our finances are very strong. So I think we're quite a strong financial club, and I think today we signed up as 281 in total members.
In today's highly digital age, what is it about the mechanical feel of a Porsche that keeps enthusiasts so passionate?
So I think that the big thing about Porsche, and you always see it. I mean, I'm a big BMW fan as well, and whenever I bought the M3, M4, X5, X6, you always find that they redevelop those cars totally. They rebuild the cars, they rebuild everything from scratch, and then you have it for a year or two, then they bring out another model, or they upgrade it and they bring out a limited edition. With Porsche, you've got the same car that's been there for 75 years, and it's just been the same. And every year, what they just do is make it better and better and better. And I think that's the big thing about Porsche. I think that once you start driving them, there's very little difference between the Porsche now and a 15-year-old Porsche. They're pretty much the same speed. They're pretty fast, and they just get better all the time. Just the little engineering features they put on it. That's my personal opinion.
Out of all the Porsche models in existence, what would be your favorite?
I'd say no-brainer is the GT3 RS.
Yeah.
I think that is the car. If anybody can dream to have a car, that'll be the one. But out of all the brands, I mean, I'm driving a Cayenne at the moment now, and the reason is because I've got two little kids, so I've got to put them in the car. But the car's pretty quick and pretty nifty. It's almost like a big SUV, but a supercar at the same.
Are you seeing younger members enter the club, and if so, what model are drawing them to the Porsche ecosystem today?
I don't think it's the model that's drawing them. We've got a lot of guys that are. The nice thing about it is that you can fit in any price bracket. You can get into entry levels and the Boxsters, and you can go up right until the GT2s and GT3s. I think the thing that's encouraging the younger guys is the club itself. We've brought in things that brought the younger guys back in. We've brought in a lot of technology. We've brought in a lot of when we go to a restaurant, we've got a jungle gym, so everybody brings their kids and they can film jungle gym. And we've tried to reinvent the club and make it more modern. So a YouTube channel that we've got running. Most of our stuff is going out with new tech and not using the old paper systems anymore. And then the other nice thing about it is we find a lot of dads that are bringing their sons. You know, you've got the dads and the sons, and then you find in the swing, which is the sons bringing their dads for the runs, which is also very special. So that's I think the big. Last year we won an award, a world award for encouraging young people into the club. So we came second in the world. So I think Switzerland was first, we were second, and Spain was third. So yeah, so that was quite an achievement.
So these cars are obviously very expensive. So what is the single most important piece of advice you'd give a young enthusiast who dreams of owning a Porsche one day?
Yeah, so the dream is real, and I think that you need to work hard. And I think that you need to work hard And when you get to a certain point in your life, you need to spoil yourself. Because there's no use working hard and working hard. You've got to work hard to a point where you say, I can now spoil myself. And that's when you go out and look for Porsche. The nice thing about the Porsche brand is the fact that they're so reliable. So even if you buy a car that's 10 or 15 years old, they're super reliable. And a lot of guys don't put a lot of kilometers in them. So that's also good. So, I've worked hard my whole life, and I've only managed to buy a car 4 years ago. But I've been part of the club for 15 years. So I was always a club member, but not being having a Porsche, and then being able to get to the point where I could afford to go and buy one.
How did you get involved with the Porsche Club?
So a group of friends, the Williams brothers, and their dad at that time, they were all members of the Porsche Club, and they invited me to the track to come have a look and see how everything works. And then I was there. I came there, I think, 3 times. After my 3rd time, the president, Ken Vinsel at that time, said, "You've been here 3 times. You need to be a member." And he just stuck the forms in front of me and said, "You're signing up." And I was there for quite a long time. I didn't participate in any of the runs. I didn't participate in anything but the year-end functions and stuff that I could participate in. And then when they dragged me to become part of the committee, James Pitt brought me in, and then I served under Lawrence for, I think it was 2 years, and then after that they nominated me as president. And I've been there for 2.5 years, so I'm finishing up the end of February next year. That will be my tender, but I'll still be part of the club. And we've changed the club. The guys, we've got a much younger, much more vibrant club, so it was quite a good thing to change the club and reinvent it a little bit. And that's what we've done, and you can see the success of today. I mean, lekker, all these cars, I mean, they are stunning. And you've got the old cars here, you've got the newer cars here. It's a really nice mix.
Out of all the cars here, which one is your personal favorite that's not your own?
Yeah. Difficult one. At the moment, these what they call off-roaders doing so well. And if you look at there's a black off-roader here. I'm sure you'll be right over the black off-roader. I think that's really cool for any youngster to have, and they really are nice. I think that's the new trend, and it's bringing a whole new dynamic to the club. And I think that's something I wouldn't mind having, especially in South Africa with so many potholes. You got to have something that's a bit more rugged, But yeah, that's, I think, my favorite yet today.
Can you state your full name and surname?
I'm Mike Fannin, but people call me Big Mike.
What car are you currently driving?
This 911 GT TRS 999.2, and it's the Visoc edition.
Why this specific model?
So the GT cars are something a little bit special. The way that they're tuned, the way they're dialed in, it makes me feel like a 4-year-old boy. This specific one, because of the lightweight nature of the car, is a driving machine. And they say this might be the unicorn of GT3 RS Porsches. The new one's very digital. Yeah. This one's still got a lot of analog feel to it. So possibly it might be one of the greater iterations of a GT car.
Okay. Why Porsche? Why choose Porsche?
So I like to drive my cars. I like to drive them hard. There's very few cars that can handle being driven to a track, doing 70 laps flat out, and then being driven home without going home in the back of the truck. Every time I've tried to buy a Ferrari, the guys advising me have said to me, "You're going to break it in half, don't buy it." And it's literally that reliability and that indestructible nature. Secondly, they hold value like nothing else. It's one of those things. I mean, 80% of the Porsches ever made are still on the road, and they've held value all the way through.
What is your favorite moment with the car?
With this one specifically. My favorite moment was the first time I ever bought one.
Okay.
I went out and I just sold a company, and I arrived at a dealership. And as I got into the car, I started giggling like a little girl. And I giggled through the whole test drive. We got to the end, and I said to the guy, he says, "What do you think?" The salesman. I said, "What can you do in the price?" And he leaned over and he said, "My friend, I could double the price right now and you would take it. But I'm going to give you £500 off so that you know that you got a good deal." That was my favorite moment.
And what's your favorite thing to do in the car?
Just to get in and drive. Whether it be to go to a track and smash it flat out, to get out some morning on Sunday, we drove out to Great and just went through the mountains, or just to poodle down to the shops. Every time I get in it, it's a great experience.